Okay guys, it's I don't know, I think 11 o'clock on what's today? Today is Monday. And yeah, I came out in the garage last night, but I didn't bring the camera with me. I don't know, I was just in the zone last night, I guess you could say. But yeah, I got all my welds ground down. Nice and smooth. All the way around everywhere. I'm not going back in here. The fender covers all that shit, so I don't see any reason to try to grind all that. But I got it all ground down here and all up here in the areas where may be visible when the doors open and such. But I'm gonna get my Bondo. 3M Platinum Plus is what I'm using. It's made by 3Ms. Yeah, and it's a good waterproof Bondo. And when you do a repair like this, I strongly suggest you put some type of waterproof filler over top of your weld areas, whether it be Duraglass or a really good premium Bondo that is waterproof. So I'm going to be giving this all a good little wipe there of some waterproof 3M Platinum Plus Bondo. It shouldn't take very much Bondo to fill in these areas, guys. I didn't warp the panels very much at all, and everything's looking nice and straight. You know, I just got to put in a little bit of filler. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get my Bondo, mix her up, and start fucking slapping her on there. Okay, guys, I got my Bondo and my glaze all on and ready to go. I scuffed everything up. I'm going to apply my primer with 80 grit because I'm coating this all with a nice thick layer of epoxy before I put any type of 2K regular primer or anything on it. This whole area is going to get epoxy, it's going to get blocked, and then it's going to get painted on top of, because I'm going to protect all that bare metal with it. And sand etch. Instead of I was gonna put etch on it, but manufacturer's recommendations are you're not supposed to put, for shop line anyway, you're not supposed to use etch primer over top of Bondo. And there's no way that I could hit or miss that entire repair area just getting the etch on the metal. But also, you are allowed to apply, and it is suggested to apply the epoxy over top of bare metal. So that's what it's getting. It's going to get a coat of epoxy, and I'm going to block the epoxy, and I'm going to give it a shot of 2K after that. But I'm going to shoot my epoxy right now, and then I found out the bottom of this fender is pretty crunchy. I don't know how far over it goes or anything, but I'm probably going to be making my own panel for it. I should have bought one when I ordered the rest of these parts, but I don't have the time to wait for it, and I don't want to spend any more money on repair panels. And that's the last piece that's rusted on the truck. The other side's good all the way around. So I'm just going to get a little piece of sheet metal and bend it over with my vise and my hammers and whatnot and make it work and make it look decent. And I'm going to try to get that into epoxy also tonight after I weld that. And then I'm going to be reinstalling the fender and the door. And I think I'm going to leave it in epoxy for a little while until I can decide or come up with an idea to, in time, you know, to paint the whole truck, or the whole cab at least. But yeah. So let me shoot my epoxy, and I'll turn you back on. Okay guys, so I cut out the bottom of my fender. The inner piece that goes here was fucked, and the outer piece that goes here is fucked. Here's the old outer piece. I bent it straight so I could use that as a template to cut my new replacement piece. which I cut out of this Chevy hood from the last Chevy truck I just worked on. So yeah, I'm gonna start, I gotta grind all these edges and get them ready to weld. But what I do on something like this is I'll just put like 2 tacks up top, and then I'll start putting tacks down along the side and bending the metal as I tack it to get the contour, because the contour is still there. So that's how I get my contour. I just tack it as I'm bending the metal around and working the metal around. And then once this piece is all tacked in, what I'll do is I'll cut this piece and I'll tack that in there as well. And I'll have a weld going down here on the corner, and then I'll have my spot welds there, a weld going here, spot welds on the bottom, and a weld going all the way up here. So I don't know, I'm gonna get this ready and start tacking it in. Okay guys, got my little patch made and spotted in there. Came out pretty nice. Made my little strip here, my little strip in there. And I folded this edge over with a hammer and tacked it on the inside here. And yeah, doesn't look too bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grinder smooth and throw some Bondo over. Yes sir, buddy. So guys, I got carried away and I got it all replaced, sanded down, and I got epoxy on her. Yeah, I got my glaze on there, my Bondo, and my metal patches welded in. Oh yeah, came out pretty sweet, I think. But yeah, so I got my rust repair done, and she's all in epoxy on those 2 rust repair areas. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll throw the fender back on, and there's a couple other little dents I want to take out of it and fix, and then I'm gonna shoot the cab, but I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. So I don't know. At least the rust is gone on this side. Actually, the rust is gone. Well, I don't even know why I'm saying this side. But this side's rust free. The other side, I don't know what's on the inside, but nothing's coming through yet, and it sounds solid, so. But we're done. Okay guys, it's beautiful outside today. I think it's about 60 degrees. I'm out here with the baby, and I gotta turn this radio off. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off here. But yeah, it's 60 degrees. I showed you already, I got my fender and epoxy last night and finished. Rocker panels finished. I need new doors, but what I'm going to be doing is hacking and packing today. I'll get new doors someday. The bottoms of these doors, of course, are starting to rust. The passenger side's really bad. But yeah, I just took my grinder. I think I put it away. I just took my 90-degree grinder and 36 grit grinding wheel, and I just ground off the shit. And now I'm going to be packing her. So I'm going to do a hack and a pack on the bottoms of these doors, just, you know, so they look good and I can legitimately paint my cab without painting over the rust. And This one over here on this side is really bad. It's all up in, I don't know, you can see the door skin flopping. It's all up in here and whatnot. But, yeah. I'm just packing them with Duraglass, getting it through right now. And, I'll get new doors eventually within a year or two or so. When you go out to the Easy Pull and Harry's you pull it and shit like I normally do, it's really hard to find a nice rust-free door. The door on the driver's side of this actually came from Harry's, and that's the one that's on the stand right now. And as you can see, you can't find a fucking door that's not rust-free, and I don't really want to do the door bottoms repairs with the panels. I just don't want to do that weld all the way across the whole bottom of the fucking door. But, yeah, so I'm just going to paint this all one solid color and put a pinstripe on it is what I decided I'm going to do. And I took a whole shitload of paints that I had left over from fucking a bunch of jobs that were sitting up here, and I mixed them together. And this is what I came up with. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's fucking metallic pink. But, I'm not painting it fucking pink. I have, the guy that comes over here and paints and shit, my buddy, he's got a whole bunch of paint left over, and I asked him if he had a quart of like dark blue or green or brown or something. I'm gonna mix it in with that. I hope he brings me some blue, but we'll see. We're gonna mix it together and do a hodgepodge paint job there with a bunch of different colors. Never be able to match the color ever again, so if I ever do get new doors, I'll probably just fucking either I'll have enough paint left over to paint them later, or I'll just repaint the whole fucking thing. I don't give a shit. But that's what I'm up to. I'm packing the bottoms of my doors with Duraglass. So nothing really special there, just hacking and packing today. I wanted to show you guys something. I got these cheap metal spreaders, you know, from Harbor Freight. They got those blue and black plastic handles on the back. Well, I took that spreader and I left it in the Duraglass, and I figured I'd use it always as a Duraglass spreader. Look at that. I opened up the can and the handle melted. So I don't know what's in that Duraglass, but it totally melted the whole handle right off of the blade. I mean, that black is from and that blue right there, the handle was black and blue. I'm trying to dig it out of there right now, but look at that. Never seen anything like that. Duraglass is some nasty shit. Dissolving plastic. Okay guys, so I got some Duraglass on there. Yup. And I went over it with the board sander, the inline air sander, and that's all she's getting. I just wanted to cover up the rust and make it, you know, solid enough to where it doesn't have holes. I ain't trying to smooth it all out. It's on the bottom of the door. It's never really going to get seen. This is a firewood truck, so I'm just trying to get her solid. Plus, I'm going to get new doors when I stumble across good doors. So, this will get me through for now. I don't really care. I know that's all fixed right. And there's no rust on the other side. I'm going to find new doors, so that's what she's getting. This one was really bad. So, I packed her full and just sanded her half-assed smooth with the inline sander. But now what I got to deal with is the front side of this door. Oh yeah. We're just going to pack it and hack it. Because I'm going to get new doors someday, like I said. And I don't want to do this weld all the way across this door. I just don't. I have no interest in doing it. I don't want to do it. And I don't care. So I'm just going to get my grinder, and I'm going to grind this down, see what I got, and she's getting Duraglassed. And hopefully within the next year or so, I find a nice set of doors to throw on this baby. But as for now, Duraglass, baby. Hey guys, I'm out here hammering away at this fucking truck. I'm trying to get her done as fast as I can. I want my fucking garage empty. So last time I turned you guys on, I was doing Duraglass in the bottom of the doors. Well, now, yep, I got my Duraglass in the bottom of the doors. I didn't sand her smooth. I'm sure it looks great in the camera, but I sanded her smooth, but I didn't go crazy to where you couldn't tell because it's the bottom of the door. I just made her solid again on both doors. Nothing crazy here. You can see all the roughness up in there. I just wanted her solid again for temporary purposes. But this was the black door from Harry's. Man, this thing was fucked up. So I sanded the whole thing down with 80 grit. Then I went over it with 180. And I filled in some of the little dings and dents. I still got 2 little ones somewhere over here. I'm going to put some glaze on. But I primed the whole door so I can block her down. I don't know whoever had this door before, but there's bodywork in this door. From here all the way back to about here, there's Bondo. You know, a good sized area right on this body line. That's right on this body line here. And up, this is all Bondo here. But I just smoothed her over because it looks like whoever did it before sanded it with 80 grit. And that's it, and painted over it and everything, so there was really bad sand scratches in it. So I just smoothed her out with the DA and gave her a shot of primer there. And that's all it's getting. I've said it before, it's just a firewood truck. I'm trying to make it look nice. Right now it just looks like a rust turd, so I just spot primed this door here where the decal was. And then along the bottom where I had to put my Duraglass, I put Duraglass underneath the lip on this one here, and I got Duraglass along the bottom here. There was a rust hole right in here somewhere that's filled with Duraglass now. So we'll see how long that lasts. When the shit starts falling out, that's when I'll buy new doors. But until then, we'll see how good Duraglass lasts. So that's what I'm up to. I'm going to move these doors to the side now, and I'm going to pull the truck in, and I'm going to pull a couple of dents out of the trunk. Yeah, out of the trunk. Out of the truck. There's one in the passenger side rocker, and there's one in the passenger side fender, and there's like 2 really small ones in the hood. So I think I'm going to pull those and get them roughed out in the mud, and then call her a night, hopefully.